today's subject is move towards love. Let me read the sutra from the Shiva Sutras, then we will see the commentary. I'll read the translation of the sutra. Put mind stuff, chitta, in such inexpressible fineness, above, below, and in your heart. Sir. Very powerful sutra. Shiva says the mind stuff means chitta. Understand, we have many words to describe mind. Chitta is the word which needs to be understood. Chitta means the collection of memories with which you have emotional attachment. Please understand. Chitta, mind stuff. That word meaning in Sanskrit we call chitta, collection or totality of all the memories with which you have emotional attachment. If you don't have emotional attachment, it will not be called as chitta. No. That becomes a different part of your mind. We have too many words to describe mind and parts of the mind. Here Shiva says, let you go beyond chitta, you will experience your heart and the pure consciousness. Very beautiful, very subtle science, very beautiful sutra. I think this is the essence of all spiritual traditions. All spiritual traditions, they start with love and end with love. They start with love, end with love. In the whole world, there are only two kinds of people. One who feels everything is auspicious, whatever is happening is auspicious. Other one, whatever is happening is bad. That's all. We have only two groups. One group which feels whatever is happening is bad, we need to correct. The other group, whatever is happening is good, let's flow with it. One thing, the group which feels whatever is happening is good is too small. That is why it is not able to convince people whatever is happening is good. But the people who believe whatever is happening is bad, they are majority and they are able to take over the power of the legal enforcement system and the countries. So constantly they are convincing the society whatever is happening is bad, we need to do this, do that. The other day I was talking to a group of people, I was telling, whatever is happening is good, auspicious, mangalatva. One guy asked, how can you say this? Just the other day, 33 were killed. How can you say whatever is happening is auspicious, mangala? First thing he asked me, how can you say whatever is happening is good when 33 people are killed, murdered? Of course, logically, you don't have answer. Logically, you can't understand. This guy is telling whatever is happening is good. And if you see around the world, so much of terrorism, so much of killing, so much of things are happening. How can somebody think or feel whatever is happening is good, auspicious. Very difficult to believe, very difficult to connect with, very difficult to understand. But all the great traditions, all the great masters, all the enlightened beings are not only saying, they are radiating that confidence and that energy in their body language. If you see or live around an enlightened being, you will feel that such a ecstasy and energy is being radiated by him, so much of confidence is radiated by him, you will come out with a clear idea whatever is happening on the planet Earth is good. How can this be? How can it happen? How can we say whatever is good, whatever is happening is good, when so much is happening in front of our eyes? I tell them, understand, good or bad cannot be defined, decided with your logic. Good or bad cannot be described, cannot be decided just based on what you think about them. Whatever your logic has learned as good or bad is limited only to the life of you and the people directly around you. But life is not just limited to you and the people who are around you. If you look little deep, life is beyond your logical comprehension, your logical understanding. In Sanskrit, we have a word Shivam. That word means auspiciousness. But the activity of Shiva is destruction. In the Vedic tradition, you will be surprised. The word Shiva, if you see the dictionary says that word means auspiciousness, causeless, auspicious energy. That's the exact translation of the word Shiva. And his activity is destroying. In Sanskrit we have a beautiful word for the destroying, not even destroying, creating space for new things happening. Understand? You can see the destruction as destruction or creating a space for new things to happen. If you see the destruction from the other dimension, it's like a creating space for new things to happen. Just think, nobody dies, nothing is destroyed. What will happen? You think the creation can happen? You think the rejuvenation can happen? You think new people coming, new energies coming will happen? No. Understand, the planet Earth is still alive because of two things. One, death is happening. Death is happening. Constant possibility for rejuvenation, for new things happen, exists. Second, you can't take away anything from here when you die. If there was a U-Haul service, just imagine, if there was a U-Haul service to take whatever you want when you leave, anything would have been left? I don't think this all will be here, or this pad will be here, or this wooden piece will be here. No. The planet Earth is still there because of two things. One, the death, the possibility for rejuvenation is happening. You can't take away things when you leave. Otherwise, nothing would have been here. If you look, the same destruction the destruction energy. From the other angle, Shiva, most auspicious thing on the planet Earth is the possibility for rejuvenation. The possibility for rejuvenation keeps the whole thing alive. Understand? If you look just with your logic, with a very small vision, you can always complain, blame that whatever is happening can't be called auspicious. If your vision expands, if your understanding expands, if you start looking at the life from a bigger picture, from a bigger perspective, from the greater understanding, you will realize the truth. Whatever is happening is auspicious. Understand? The more you realize whatever is happening is auspicious, you become insider of the cosmic energy. Always a person who is insider feels whatever is done is the best thing. Whether it's a person who is ruling a country, or ruling a city, or ruling a infrastructure, or ruling a company, or ruling a public institution, anything. The person who has got power feels best thing is getting done. The person who is outside, he thinks, no, worst things are getting done, best things are not done. It is the drama, always happens. If you feel best thing is happening, you are becoming an insider. Means you are becoming part of the person with power. If you are empowered, you start thinking best things are happening. If you start thinking best things are happening, you are empowered. The word Shiva, auspiciousness, should be understood very clearly. Then you will be able to relate with whatever I am saying. Then you will be able to understand whatever I am saying. The Shiva energy, the concept of Shiva is the possibility of rejuvenation. He constantly creates space for new things to happen. Destruction is destruction as long as you are an outsider. Destruction becomes Mangala, auspicious, when you become an insider, when you start seeing the whole thing with a larger understanding. When you start seeing the whole thing with a more understanding and sympathy, suddenly you will realize whatever is happening is auspicious. Best thing which can happen. There's a beautiful story by a Buddha's disciples. One enlightened disciple of Buddha was asked to go and teach in a new place. Buddha asked him before sending, I am sending you to the new place. Before that I want to know a few things from you. What will you do if they don't give you food and shelter in the new place? This disciple says, I will be happy that they have not beaten me. I will think, oh God, at least they have not beaten me. I will be happy about that. Buddha says, if they beat you, what will you think? I will be happy, they have not killed me. Buddha says, if they kill you, what will you think? Then I don't have to think anything. I will be happy that they have liberated me from the body. As long as this body is there, I have so many commitments, responsibilities connected to this body. I will be happy. Now I am free. What is there to think? And there is nothing after to think. Buddha says, now you are ready, go and teach. Understand, the person's mind is ready to feel whatever is happening, will happen, is auspicious. You may think I am talking something impractical. No. If you move towards love, if you little fall in love with something, suddenly you will see anything connected to that object or that person is auspicious. If you have fallen in love with something in your life, you will realize anything connected to that person or that object will be auspicious. Let me tell you a small incident. I have seen in my life. I use a Ford Endeavour car in India to travel. Last 4 years, that car only I use. Many of my disciples, devotees have came and told me, anywhere we see that car, we just do Namaskar Swamiji. We don't know who is traveling in that car. We don't know who is going in that car. Anywhere we see that car, we don't know. We just feel so much of joy. Just the car is enough to create so much joy in us. Not one or two people. So many devotees. There are some devotees who came and told me, I came to your program, when I saw people bowing down to my car, I was shocked. Why did they bow down to my car? I went and asked them. They said, our Swamiji uses this car. Ramakrishna says, even some people come from the same village from your master, you will feel something connected. That's a beautiful saying. When you fall in love with something, that object looks like God for you. Understand? When you feel connected, when you fall in love, whatever happening will become auspicious. It will look auspicious. It will look holy, sacred, mangala. You won't be able to find any fault. Let me tell you a simple example. Simple thing. If your body is filled with hormones, and if you are filled with lust, you will not have fear. You can see in your life. You will not have fear. That is why when you are filled with lust, you do things without fear. Otherwise, which you will not do. There are so many stories. I can say, one guy, when he was filled with lust, he used a hanging snake as a rope to jump the wall to enter into a prostitute's house. Without even realizing, it's a snake. Forget about those stories. You can see in your life. In your life you can see. You will not have fear when you are filled with lust. You will just do. You will be so courageous to do things because the power of lust will make you forget about the fear. Lust purified becomes love. Same way, the power of love not only takes away the fear, it takes away, there is something danger in the planet Earth. Even the idea that there can be danger to you is taken away. If you are filled, if your body is filled with energy, whatever happens on the planet Earth, you will feel auspicious. You will feel so much confidence. You will feel so much energy. Everything will look divine. Person whose body and mind is filled with energy, who is overflowing, he will feel so much confident about things and the things happening around the world. He will not have fear. He can't be depressed. Person with low energy, Any small thing is enough to depress you. In your life also you can see. Sometimes you feel everything is great. Whatever is happening around you is great. When you are overfilled, when you are overflowing, when you are fulfilled with energy,